Welcome to the podcast, and my name is Sydney, and I'm going to be with GaoChii, and we are going to be going over haunted places.
Yep. So my haunted place would be Ellis Hotel, where Georgia is considered haunted because it was the site of a deadly hotel fire in 1946. The fire started on December 7th, 1946, where it killed 119 people in the Winkoff Hotel, where it was originally called Winkoff Hotel. It began at around 2:48 a.m. and lasted nearly 6 hours, so around 8 a.m., whatever it is. It was advertised as fireproof though, so yes, because the interior materials were flammable. But the fire trapped occupants on the floors above the fire because the only exit was a single stairway. The strange occurrence at that hotel is where some guests and staff report hearing screams, smelling smoke, and seeing ghostly figures in the hotel. And the fire alarm would also go off at 2:48 a.m., the time where the fire began on that day. And the spirits of the victims in that hotel were still haunting the hotel, where this one famous ghostly encounter is that of a young girl named Sarah, who is said to play with toys and giggle in the hallways. It was a very historic building.
A very historic building. Where is this at?
It would be at Atlanta, where Atlanta is at Georgia. That's where I said.
Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia at Atlanta.
Okay. Well, there is this place called Lion House, which is actually in North Dakota. It's in Dickinson. It says the historical house is a private residence and has been undergoing renovations for almost 2 decades. A previous owner killed his wife and children before sealing the house and hanging himself in an upstairs bedroom. Visitors to the home have reported furniture moving around by itself and barricading rooms, and seen the figure of a man hanging in the master bedroom. It is rated the most haunted place. People have rated it 79%, and some have rated it -21%.
Why a -21%?
Because they don't think it's haunted.
They don't think it's haunted.
The county it's in is Stark Country, North Dakota. Some people have said about it.
They have?
It says some person named Christian Bale, but it's not spelled like the actual actor Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
It says, I lived in the Lion House in one of the upstairs apartments. Nothing strange ever happened. I had 2 cats, and they never acted weird. They had catched a bat once in the attic. My mom said a guy did hang himself while living there, but it was in the detached garage. The girl lived in the other apartment and said she never experienced anything weird either. Then somebody named Becky.
Ooh.
This one was replied July 22nd of 2016, saying, we spend more time trying to fix broken windows and smashed in doors from vandalism and ghost seekers than we did on the renovation of the property. It's sites like these that fan the flames of lies and rumors, cause people like us to spend hundreds of dollars a year protecting our property. What gives you people the rights to trespass and break into residence just because it's not occupied looking for thrills. Sold it 2 years ago. Couldn't handle the vandalism anymore. New owners also has had break-ins, kicked doors, down doors, and broken windows. So basically, they basically were one of the repairers there. And yeah, some people are saying it's not that haunted.
That's cool.
So probably why they have a very bad rating for saying it's not real.
A very bad rating.
So okay, do you have one?
Yeah, I have another one. It's called Kahawa. I don't know why it's called that, but it's in Alabama and it's considered haunted, primarily due to its tragic history as a once thriving town that was abandoned after the Civil War. My bad. And leaving behind numerous cemeteries where a former slave burial ground and a large number of deceased residents whose spirits are believed to linger in the now ruined structures and surrounding areas, with the most famous ghost story being Peg's Ghost. Where it's linked to a colonel who died in a battle during the war. About the Civil War is where the town suffered significant damage during the Civil War, including a large prison camp for Union soldiers, leading to many deaths and sudden abandonment of the community. There were also flooding issues over there, where the Kahawa's location near the Alabama River made it prone to flooding, further contributing to the town's decline and adding to the eerie atmosphere. I don't know why, but yeah. And about that colonel ghost, where it was one prominent ghost story involving a colonel C.C. Peggs, who is said to appear as an orb in the area where his former garden maze stood, after being fatally wounded in the battle. And why the building was abandoned, the building was abandoned and it was where the cemeteries would lie at, is where it is now preserved as the old Kahawa archaeological park, add to the sense of abandonment and contribute to the ghost stories there, where the ghost from the mystical shadows of long ago comes the memory of one of those strange mysteries, uncanny phenomenal connected with this place that sometimes happens to astonish the most materialistic, in which at the time of its occurrence caused much interest and speculation even among the most intelligent and best informed citizens of Kahaba. Kahaba. I don't know why it's called Kahaba, but yeah. So the ghosts no one could ever definitely explain what it was, but generally opinion finally concluded it was one of those strange phosphorescent phenomena so often read of but barely seen, known as will-o'-the-wisp or jack-o'-lantern. But yeah, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
I think.
And it's in Montana?
No, it's in Alabama.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Alabama.
No wonder why they have some weird places in Alabama.
One more fact about it. By 1870, the population diminished to 300. Where that's how many people there will be.
That's how many people there will be is 300 or 3,000?
It was 300 that was diminished.
Wow. Well, I have this one that's from my hometown, Nampa, Idaho, and it's called the Old Mercy Hospital. The building was built in 1918, shut down in 1999 due to chemical leaks from the basement pipes. Since it was shut down, there has been many sightings of ghosts and what some believe may be demons, or the angry spirits of the patients who just happened to die in the hospital. The hospital went through many changes and reached many stages. It went from a hospital to an asylum to an old folks' home and then right back to a hospital. After it was shut down, many people broke in to see what kind of strange things they could find in the historical building. In the west wing, the pink room was found, bright pink walls smeared with blood that seemed to be placed there by the angry spirits of psychopaths that could reside there. The basement and morgue were placed. Not many had the courage to explore. The majority of those who went into the basement and/or morgue never entered the building again. The citizens lived near around the building told of an apparent apparitions they saw running through the hospital yard. In spring of 2016, the building caught on fire, and half of it was torn down, and that is left now of the building is one wing, containing the chapel, kitchen, boiler room, and a few patient rooms. On the chapel floor, you can find strange scratches and blood stains, along with items used for satanic rituals. The building left with a strange history, and the spirits who left it becomes more angry and restless every day. The horror of what happened to their home hits them. This person posted this, or it was demolished May of 2016, and is rated for haunted place. 28% thinks it's true. -5 or 15% think it's just a tall tale, it's a hoax.
Okay, so like about that pipe thingy where gas were coming out, do you think it like messes with people's head and that's why there's like blood?
It's basically chemical.
Yeah.
So it basically just kill them.
Yeah, but wouldn't it also messes their head too?
Yes, because it's chemical. It would make them high.
Yeah.
Basically off the chemical, and then it would slowly kill them after time.
So it must have done something since you said there's like blood on the walls and scratches on the walls. Those people must have like gone crazy and like attacked people or something.
Yeah, depends.
It depends. Or like they can be also like coughing up blood if like it gets to the brain and like
Yeah, it would get to the brain and then it would make them high or either just kill them right away.
Yeah.
But it depends on what the chemicals were.
Yeah.
Because of it saying due to chemical leaks from the basement pipes, which
they don't say.
After time, it should have hit them because it said the building was built in 1918 but shut down in 1999. Basically, almost. Why do I want to say 100 years later? It's not 100
It's been
years
like
later.
It should have been like 80 years.
Yeah, 80 or so years after, and then there was chemical leaks out of nowhere, which doesn't make sense. But
so, yeah, it doesn't make sense why they waited for that long.
But depends when that chemical leak started. But there is some comments on this. One by Susan Foy from January 26th of 2017. It says, grew up in Nampa, still live here. The hospital is in the city and we drive by it often. I have never witnessed anything, but many people talk about experiences that they have had or heard about it. Just waiting for them to finish demolition, not demolishing. Somebody named Lancy Bergenman posted this October 30th of 2018. Says, we went before the fire in the summer. We broke in and went into one of the rooms adjustments to the pink room. We heard some faint voices as we walked in the hallway. We walked past a room that had the number 66 on it. It says, I heard a voice say man, I'll give you 250 if you open this do. I stopped and said, hell no. The voice then said, then how about tree fitty. I opened the door, shined my flashlight into the room. It was empty, except for a wheelchair and an old bed frame. Then saw writings on the wall, and it said, Slappy was here.
Slappy was here.
That writing was everywhere. And then was about to close the door, and I heard a loud voice yell, "Leave that door open, Jiv Turkey." I left it open and walked away quickly, only to find my friend talking to a spirit 2 rooms down. The spirit's name was Quincy. It's Qwani or Si. Quincy.
Yep, Quincy.
What? It told me that I was talking to the spirit of Slappy. Slappy was an old black man who died after getting sick of tuberculosis. I asked the spirit if it was safe to go into the basement/morgue. It warned us not to, said there was evil down there. My friend and I finally left and went to our truck. When I got into the passenger side, I found tree fitty left on the seat. $3.50. It blew my mind, and I wonder what happened to the spirits. And we talked. The spirits we talked to after they demolished the building. Just out of nowhere, just saying,
Tree fitty.
250. 350. Like, bro, what? You can easily tell it was a black man.
Yes, but
no racial stereotypes. But
do you think that since that building had since it was a hospital, right?
Yes, and then it went
had a
to
lot of patients.
Then it went to a asylum. Then it went to a old folks home. And then it went to a hospital again.
Yeah, so if it was an asylum first, then it must have dead people that were crazy.
Yes. Asylum, yeah. But there's also a morgue.
Yeah,
so,
and a morgue keeps dead people. Dead people doesn't really move much.
The spirits move. Not the bodies. Not the dead bodies.
Yeah. So there must have been a lot of dead if there's the place is haunted much.
Yeah.
Since dead carries grief and agony and anger, sadness, whatever they have.
Yeah. But there's one more comment. It says, this person, his name is Jaden. They posted this April 19th of 2019 at 4:42 in the morning.
Oh.
Okay. It says, I want to do a walkthrough of the building. And the only thing I can find on the building owner was building code violations in regards to a disparate multiple notices given by the city of Nampa to board windows and entrances on 28 or 26 areas of the building. Still trying to figure out how to contact the owner to be granted permission to go and investigate. I would like to possibly find out and make friends. Yes, make friends with the spirits, bro. If you are interested, then please contact me and hopefully we can make a plan to a professional walk-in. So basically, bro wants to do a walk-in.
Just take a look around.
Yeah, he wants to do a walk-in of different locations in Boise, Nampa, and Caldwell. So, Home Dog just really wants to be friends with spirits.
No, bro's gonna get an attachment.
It's fine. No wonder why he posted this at 4:42 in the morning. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
Because one person got left with tree fitty. Okay, do you have any other places, or do you want me to?
Oh, I don't have any other places.
Okay. Then I'll tell my third place. This one is in Jefferson, Georgia. It's the old cotton mill. It says, the cotton mill in Jefferson, Georgia, the old cotton mill, has been shut down for nearly 50 years, but has recently undertaken a historic project turning it into an event center. Workers have seen several unexplainable actions, including dark objects running at them and then bolting to the ceiling. Footsteps moaning coming from the under the floor. Real objects falling from above. Dogs or cats looking at objects appearing in pots and chairs. Blurry objects appear in the background. Almost all self photos taken in a certain area. It was discovered that this mill used to have a basement, yet now there are no doors or stairs to get to the basement, and the family has owned the mill since as it was established, refused by any questions about the basement. Rumors say that there was an accident where the first floor gave out, killing hundreds of workers, and then the owners removed any evidence of there being a basement and closed the mill. These souls have been trapped under the recent restoration. And it was submitted by somebody named MC, and 72% think this is real. Negative 28 thinks this is just a hoax, a tall tale. And it says, and if you want to visit it, I don't think you would want to visit it. It says 21 Cove Street, Jefferson, Georgia, United States. And some people made a comment saying, one person says, her name is Virginia. This was commented January 2nd of 2018. Says, this is false news. Old Jefferson Mills shut down in the 1995/1996. Time about 22 years ago, not over 50. The newest part stayed open a few years after that. It's not haunted. It says it's our keypad by a flea market called The Real Deal. The mill has some great history and doesn't need tales tacked onto it. This person speaks very well. The Bryans that started the Jefferson Mills were fine people that loved their town, community, schools, and their employees. Then somebody replied onto it, named Mackenzie Deaton, saying, my uncle was attacked when he used to sleep there. So people are basically saying this is a hoax, because the same person says this is false news, basically, and they posted a photo. There's no point in that. Then there's one saying, by Richard, March 31st of 2018, saying, okay, what about before 1955? That is a very old building, and all old buildings has a past life to them. I'm sure, but I've seen all of this. I would like to know a little truth since I live close to the area. This building looks to be early 90s or 18s, or 19s or 18s. And they are things such as evil spirits and good spirits that can get into old places. The Bible tells us evil spirits is upon the face of the earth, and if evil has got into the building, someone better do something good praying to Jesus to get it gone. I'm pretty sure this thing is a hoax, because a lot of people are saying, no, this ain't real.
It's not real.
This ain't real. You're 5 years off. You're 80 years off, so I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't think this is real.
There's this house where Edgar Allan Poe, he was a writer and a poet and an American. Apparently, his house is apparently haunted. Some people say that it's either his grandmother, Elizabeth Poe, haunts the Baltimore house where he lived with his family. His wife, Virginia, still lingers in the Baltimore house, a gray lady that has been spotted in the house, and some say they've seen Poe wandering around the house too. The house is like a old stone house, and it's a museum. It's where the museum in Richmond and it's located in the old stone house, which was built in the 1730s through 1750s, and some say that they've heard footsteps, a chair scooting, and a ball rolling upstairs. Others believe that two children with blonde hair and a black shadow figure are spirits that haunts the museum. The house is in Baltimore, Maryland, and Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes.
He's apparently a well-known for his short stories and poetry, particularly involving mystery and macabre. And like his house, his like stone house, it's now a National Historic Landmark, is just one of the many places in the city associated with the legendary writer Edgar Allan Poe, whatever his name is. Edgar Allan Poe's final resting place was on the grounds of Baltimore's Gothic Westminster Hall, which is located less than a mile from the historic home where he likely penned from some of his legendary work. For years, an unknown visitor, known as the Poe Toaster, left roses, notes, and liquor bottles at Poe's grave on his January birthday, a tradition that has since reportedly ended and remains as eerie as the author and his work. So, yeah, that's like most of it.
That's most of it.
Yeah, that's like most of it. And he died when he was only like 40 years old. So he actually died later than his wife, since his wife only died around 1847 and he died around 1849.
Oh,
yeah. That's most of it that's got.
But that weirdly reminds me, our sponsor. This is not an authentic sponsor. We're sponsored by Spring Mix. This is not an authentic sponsor, but let's just say it is.
Yep.
Our sponsorship with Spring Mix. Quote, non-authorized sponsor, not a real sponsor. But this haunted place is called the Burlington Coat Factory. It says it's in Stockton, California. It says there reportedly a little ghost girl who haunted the kids' clothes aisle, the kids' toy section located in the back corner of the store. One night around 11:30 p.m., we were cleaning up and restacking shelves when all of a sudden, working alone in the department, which was in the baby department, I got midway down one particular aisle to put something away. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something walking 4 feet away from me. How do you automatically know it's 4 feet?
I don't know, but yeah.
4 feet away from me. As I turned to look in the direction of the movement, I saw a transparent adult figure. As soon as I laid eyes on it, walking, it disappeared. I had hair standing up on my neck. When we all got to the break room for release, another employee said about the same time I saw the apparition, he saw a teenage girl squatting down hiding from somebody, so he thought it was another employee. But when he saw her, he turned around and she had vanished. So what I'm guessing is that there are more than one ghost haunting this store. This was submitted by Tiana, and some people say 73% think it's true, negative 27% thinks it's a hoax. Some people have commented on this. Somebody said Letitia Roman says it would be interesting to know more about the history of the store. There are any past events or local legends that might explain the ghost world of goo occurrences. Whooper Clicker. It's clear that you put real heart into what you write, making the topic approachable and fully engaging. Bro, this isn't related.
What are you
Bro's like,
talking
good
about?
job.
Oh my god.
And then, yeah, 'cause some people are saying, some person named Olivia said, I can only imagine how unsettling it must have been to see the transparent figure. Thanks for sharing your story. Ghost stories like this always spark my contexto curiosity. Really, what is that?
Contexto.
Contexto.
Okay.
What? Okay, do you have another one?
Yep, I got another one. It's called Franklin Castle.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
No, not Franklin D. Roosevelt, but it was built in the 1880s as a home for Hannes Tatum and his family. But some says that there was a curse that haunted the family who built it, which was T. Tatum's Hannes.
P. Diddy.
Not P. Diddy. Oh my god. but the family's tragedies were the Tatum family experienced a series of deaths, including the deaths of Tatum's daughter Emma, his mother Rebecca. I don't know why these are some good names.
Rebecca.
Yes, Rebecca, and 3 of his other children. Some say that this family was cursed. We don't know why they were cursed. It's kind of unknown for right now, but yeah. But in that castle, there's alleged hidden rooms, where it's rumored to have hidden rooms and passageways that were used for bootlegging during Prohibition.
Prohibition.
Yes,
Yep.
for prohibition.
Prohibition.
Okay, moving on. But apparently, there was a partial skeleton, where in the 1975, a partial human skeleton was found in a wall while the house was being used as a church. Some speculate that the bones were planted inside the wall.
Some were planted inside of the wall, like, yeah, let me just break this wall, put the bones in there, let me rebuild the wall. This is Minecraft, bro. You can just do this any day.
Yep. But yeah. Or unless it was like they put the body inside the wall, since there was like nothing in the walls. Since it was only like built with wood, without cement.
What does that remind me of the song Let the Bodies Hit the Floor?
Okay, so the ghostly activities.
Okay.
The ghostly activities in that house were visitors report seeing flickering lights, slamming doors, and the sound of a crying girl. Some say there was a resident ghost known as the Woman in Black.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh, and the murder that like happened inside the house. So according to legend, T. Tatum kills his niece Karen and a young servant girl named Rachel. However, the castle's resident historian William G. Kurgic, I don't know if I'm saying these names right, but yeah, says that there is no evidence of these people and that the stories of T. Tatum's crimes were fabricated by a medium.
Fabricated.
Yeah. Also, the Franklin Castle is located at Franklin Boulevard in Cleveland, Ohio.
Let's go.
But it was built in the 1880s for German immigrant banker Hannes Tatum. T. Tatum.
P. Diddy.
Not P. Diddy.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Because we got P. Diddy's mansion, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a haunted place.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
The house is like built like a Victorian stone house, built in the American Queen Anne style. So
Queen Elizabeth.
The building has 4 stories and more than 20 rooms and 80 windows. Who counts that many windows?
Oh my god. Bro is bored. He went, how many windows are here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 5 hours later. 125? Like, bro, what? Bro got bored. He had some free time.
What'd you get?
Okay. What I have is all the way in Minnesota. It is in Taylor's Falls, Minnesota. It is called the Interstate State Park. Very nice of them to put state twice. Phantom lights are spotted every once in a while on the Wisconsin side of the river. Always around the early morning and late afternoon hours, an apparition of a little girl has been seen multiple times. Running across the edges of the drop-off into the river on the Minnesota side, tourists have tried to stop the little girl from getting too close to the edge, but the apparition disappears when they go too close. Go too close? I mean got too close.
Oh.
The little girl's identification has not yet been identified. This was submitted by Jackson L. And 76% think it's real, and 24% thinks it's just a hoax. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, it takes place in Chisco County, Minnesota. Miranda said, August 20th of 2017 says, I have lived in it my whole life. I've shared my possible ghost experience once. I was hanging out at the Pothole Park with my friends at night. Suspiciously, we were at the pothole that has stairs that you can walk down into during the summer when it is not all iced up. I was standing at the top staring down, and I saw someone just standing there, not moving a muscle, just staring back. It was dark out, so maybe it was a trick of the eye, so I screamed and ran and told everyone we had to leave. I don't think that's related. I almost said that ain't related, Susan, but your name is Miranda, so I don't think that's related.
They're basically telling a story about something.
It's something else. Do you have another one?
I have another one. It's not called Yawn, but it's called...
Yes, it's called Yawn. Let's go, guys.
It's called LaLaurie Mansion.
LaLaurie.
Where... In the spring of 1834, LaLaurie Mansion was set ablaze, where it was set on fire. And it was revealed that the horrific living conditions of a number of slaves who were being tortured, starved, and beaten.
Oh.
The fire was allegedly ignited by a slave who had been chained in the kitchen in an attempt to expose the way she and the others were being treated. But apparently it got all of them killed, so...
Girly really said, let me do something, guys. Girly got them screwed. Girly got backfired.
Okay, so, but the Madame and Delphine and her family fled the scene. So apparently they survived. I don't know why. The New Orleans...
I don't know why they survived. Like, yeah, you were supposed to know that, GaoChii. You were supposed to know.
But the New Orleans press seized the opportunity to vilify and demonetize Madame Delphine. Now it is believed that most of the spirits which haunted the house are those of the deceased slaves.
Oh.
And there happened to be a mob violence in 1834.
With the finger up and everything.
The mob ransacked and burnt the mansion after people became enraged by the mistreatment of the enslaved people. That's what some people thought it happened, but apparently it was actually the slave that burnt the mansion.
Apparently.
With
the finger up and everything.
Oh, and apparently there's...
Apparently.
So, LaLaurie Mansion has a nickname. So, in the 1885, the historic sketchbook and guide to New Orleans called it haunted house Royal Street. But in the 1892, the Daily Picayune called it the haunted house.
Oh,
So apparently it has two nicknames by two different people.
oh. So is that all?
That's all of it.
Okay. Plateau's closet. Well, yes, closet. Of all places. Says it takes place in Anchorage, Alaska. Correct me if that's not how you're supposed to say that. Says, I've been working at the Plateau's Closet for a little bit over a month, and I have started to notice more and more paranormal activities, and it happens usually at 3 in the morning, when no one is here and we catch things in the morning. It used to be a few sounds here and there, but today, 4/30/2016, at 3 a.m.
You really have to add a slash.
It says slash because I don't know which month that is. At 3 a.m., our trash can lid was lifted off and thrown on the floor. I have video footage, and I would love to send you guys if you are interested. We have had a couple signings of a bleached blonde hair teen that wanders the store late at night when no one is here and we are closing out for the night. Exactly, a bleached blonde teen. Exactly. What if it's a natural blonde?
Oh, a natural blonde. What would a natural blonde be looking like these days?
I don't know. Nobody's natural. This was submitted by Chris H. And it says 78% think this is true, and -22 think this is false.
Dang.
This is nearest towns, the place it takes place in: Point Mackenzie, Eagle River, Knik. Yes, that's literally Knik. Hope, Big Lake, Knik, Fairview, Sunrise, Houston, Alaska. All of those are in Alaska.
Damn.
And some people have said they just want footage.
Oh, they just want footage? Give us a real footage!
Yeah, all of it is just footage. But I think that will be all for
today.
For the podcast for today.
Yep.
And that will end it. Hopefully
Signing
you
off.
liked. Signing off.
Yep. Signing off.
And hope you think this was interesting. And the places that are haunted. Hopefully you'll learn more about these, because we don't even know if that's all the information.
Yeah.
So if none of this is correct, who knows?
To infinity and beyond.
Okay. Well, that'll be all. Goodbye.